Hi, you guys. I had to jump in here, and this is like the third time I've tried to deliver this because I know the enemy does not want this message out. So let me just get to it. This is a lesson, also, you guys, and it might be a word for some of you. Take it back to God, test the spirit. But this is a message in regards to making sure we're not turning a deaf ear to instructions that the Lord may be giving us. We're testing the spirit, of course, but that we're not turning a deaf ear just based on what we feel we want to do or that we feel is a priority, okay? Because God's priority list is different than ours. Sometimes we think, oh, that's not a priority in my day, but there might be something He's trying to speak to you through that makes what He's asking you to do a priority, and that will make sense in a minute here. So I'm out here, and as I was letting my dogs out, and I'm getting ready to go for a run, hopefully, before I have to go to bed for my shift, I work graveyard, the Lord said, go sweep off the pine needles from the back porch like you said you were going to do, Ashley. I put it on my to-do list, and I didn't get a whole lot done these days off that I just had from my job. And I was like, Lord, it's fine. It's not a priority. I don't need to do it. There are bigger, more important things I got to do. And he's like, okay, well, first of all, I'll tell you what a priority is. He schooled me. And I was like, okay. So he wouldn't let me escape it. He said, go sweep off the back porch. And so I was like, okay, but this is going to have to be just a quick sweep, quick over, just kind of buzzing over the top of the surface of the ground. And he's like, no problem. Just go out and sweep off the back needles. Be obedient. So I did that. So as I was doing that, he was bringing to remembrance. He said, Ashley, ask me to bring something to your remembrance, and I'm going to make something make sense, and it's going to bless you. So he reminded me of the day my husband Matthew died, the day of his funeral / celebration of life, which was what my husband wanted. The day that he passed away, he wanted us to celebrate his life. So we call it a funeral / celebration of life. So that day, I was surrounded by my three sisters, and then I believe I had one friend there. I'm not positive of who that friend was, but either way, I don't think they're in my life anymore because God has kind of stripped me of everybody. But my three sisters were there, and before they came and grabbed me and said, hey, we got to leave for the funeral / celebration of life, they said, are you ready? And how ready can you ever be to say goodbye and bury your 40-year-old husband? But the Lord had prepared me, and I said, I'm ready, but let me just have a few minutes. And so they were like, of course, take your time, Ashley. So I went out to the back porch, and at this time I wasn't living in the house I'm in now, okay? And sorry guys, there's bugs all around me. And so I went out to that back porch, and the Lord just said, I want you to look around, and I want you to see that I'm with you. And I looked around at the back porch of this house I was living in at the time. I was just renting it, and there were feathers everywhere. And that whole time I had been living there, I'd never seen feathers like that. They were just covering the back porch. Okay, so I remember crying because he basically spoke Psalm 91 to me, and I'm going to read this part of you, and I'm sure some of you already know that part, but this is where it gets wild and amazing. So that was back in 2019 when my husband died, and the last thing I did before I went out to get in the car to go to his funeral was go out on the porch and have a moment with the Lord to say, okay, Lord, I need you with me. And he's like, well, I am with you. I want you to look on the ground. And there were feathers everywhere. So he was trying to tell me that he will cover me with his feathers, and he will shelter me with his wings, because his faithful promises are my armor and protection. And so he basically was saying, read Psalm 91 and I'm with you. So just now, and I've talked about this, and so have a lot of people in the prophetic right now, we're in a full circle season. So the Lord's been making a lot of things in my life make sense, from the beginning of my husband's sickness to where I am now, and all the things he's promised me. He's kind of showing me what everything has meant. Not everything, but enough to know that what I've been walking out has been inside of his will and been in alignment with what he spoke, okay? Even though I don't have all the details or all the timelines or all the, appointed times of when everything's going to unfold, he has shown me he's bringing enough full circle, and he may be doing this to you, to where he's saying you have been in alignment the whole time. For me, that's been 11 years, almost over 10 years, close to 11, I think. So then I came out to my porch just now. Fast forward, we're in 2026, okay? My husband died in 2019. He was sick in 2015, and the Lord just gave me an instruction to come out and sweep off the needles of my backyard. So let me turn the camera around for a second. So guys, when I came out here to sweep up all these pine needles, this is not even all of them, you guys. As you can see, there are feathers everywhere. And I've never had my back porch covered in all these feathers ever since I've lived here. And this is the home I shared with my husband, Matthew. And so there's even a lot of feathers, you guys, stuck in this bundle, and there's more that I haven't even swept up. And so, guys, what the Holy Spirit was saying to me is, Ashley, I am still with you. I was with you that day that you took that deep breath, just like I did now. And I covered you with my feathers and my wings. And I'm going to read Psalm 91 before we leave here, you guys. And he's saying, and I'm with you right now as things are coming full circle. So I can make sure that you know that your home where you live is under protection of Psalm 91. And my plans for you and you being in alignment and everything you've sacrificed, although you haven't been perfect, because none of us can be, you have been perfected and you've always been under Psalm 91 protection. And so maybe that's you today. Maybe he's showing you feathers. But I do know that I have never walked out to any porch that I've lived in that has been during this season, I guess, season or segment of my life in the last 11 years where anything was covered in feathers, except the day my husband died and just now when he gave me an instruction to come out when he's bringing so much in my life full circle. So look for things that the Lord might be showing you that happened around the time of when you feel your journey began for a specific thing he spoke to you, okay? Because he might be doing that for you. And so he did ask me to read Psalm 91 with you right now, and I hope this blesses you guys. Sorry about the sun in my eyes. Let me turn a little bit, but okay, here we go. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High, and it's beautiful, you guys. You can kind of hear, hopefully, the birds right now. Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. And you guys, this home that I'm living in, like I said, it's what the home I shared with my late husband, Matthew, and then many other memories you'll read about one day that truly did bless me. Nothing that's a blessing comes easy, you guys, and it's never perfect. So just remember that when you ask God for anything, it won't be perfect and it won't be linear, okay? But it says, he alone is my refuge, my place of safety, and ultimately he has to be that place of safety, okay? He is my God, and I trust him. He wants me to repeat that. I trust him. He says somebody will receive that. For he will rescue you from every trap and protect you from every deadly disease. He will cover you with his feathers, just like the ones I just found just now when he told me to go out and, sweep off the porch. He said, Ashley, you think you know what a priority is, but if I want to speak to you, that's a priority. Would we agree? I think we would all agree. It says he will shelter you with his wings. I hear you. He's saying to me that he has so many angels' wings over all of us that there's going to be feathers that will shed because there's so many angels he has with their wings extended over you. That's why there's all these feathers over me. And one of the most painful moments of my life was about to get into a car and go to my husband's funeral back in 2019. And right now, when we're all in these seasons feeling weary, and did we hear God? We hear that lie from Satan. Did we hear God? Did God say, like in the garden? He's saying, I have so many angels over you, and I always have, protecting you, that's why there's so many feathers everywhere. Because there's so many of them, it's impossible to keep them from shedding their feathers. Okay, so it says, don't be afraid of the terrors of the night, nor the arrow that flies in the day. Do not dread the disease that stalks in darkness, nor the disaster that strikes at midday. Though 1,000 fall at your side, then though 10,000 are dying around you, these evils will not touch you. Just open your eyes and see how the wicked are punished. If you make the Lord your refuge, if you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you. He told me to stress those words. No plague will come near your home, for he will order his angels. So many of them that they're going to shed some feathers is what I'm hearing. Wow. To protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. The Lord says, I will rescue those who love me. I will protect those who trust in my name. And then they will call on me and I will answer. I will rescue and honor them. And hold on guys, my page is kind of torn, and even though I have it probably memorized, I will reward them with a long life and give them my salvation. So you guys, again, when they call on me, I will answer them, and it says, I will be with them in trouble. Wow. I will be with them in trouble. If you call on me, I will answer you. And that's my TikTok name, Jeremiah 33:3. He is saying, I will be with you in trouble. So take it to the bank. I'm hearing him say, watch out for feathers. See if that's a word for you. But ultimately, guys, if we believe and trust in him, we're all covered by the angels of Psalm 91. I hope this blessed you guys.